All right. What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the video. My name is Brando Linick, and I appreciate you for connecting with me here. You're searching for how to start up a used car dealership. Great search. It shows me you're looking to become a business owner, and I can definitely help you out with this, having started a couple different types of businesses in the last 3 years. You know, some things worked, some things failed. The things that did work, it was business. And I can definitely share with you this process if it's something that you're dead on. This is what you want to do. But I just want to tell you up front here, as if we were having a candid conversation, there's some things you need to be aware of. And having seen a lot of people start their own used car business, their own dealership, they fail to ask themselves these questions. Therefore, when they get started, the work required, all the stuff that they need to operate, they just kind of beat their head against the wall. And I'm going to ask you the question, and I'm going to share some tips and pointers with you that you have to know. And that is, are you looking to start a used car dealership because you want the lucrativeness of operating your own business, the time freedom, the flexibility to do what you want, when you want, where you want, just being your own boss in that way? Or are you looking to start your own used car dealership because you want to deal with supplies, equipment, employees? All right, you want to deal with sometimes, equipment supplies may break down, you may run out. Okay, those are things to keep in mind. And office space, rental space, building permits, all those things and more. You got to ask yourself, do you really want to deal with that? Okay, because having seen people, get into debt, get loans, finance from the bank to get started in a used car business and used car dealership, it kills them. It takes them 35 years to pay off their debt. So while you're asking yourself these questions, not saying that that's going to happen to you, but while you're asking yourself these questions, whether you want the leverage, the time freedom, the flexibility, or that overhead, all right, I want to throw at you an idea here, okay? And this is my experience with it over the last 12 months when I actually took myself from a traditional business setting, dealing with all that stuff and much more. I was actually sometimes paying employees more than I was getting paid. It was that bad. On top of working nonstop from 7 o'clock in the morning till 1 in the morning. So, there's only 6 hours of sleep, not even. After all that, I transitioned myself to an online business. And I'm not telling you that the internet's the only way to go. That'd be a bunch of BS, obviously. But what happened was I came across a guy who is running and operating a business without dealing with inventory, without creating their own products and services, without shipping and handling and any of that stuff, without doing things that were technical. And they're making just a crazy multiple six-figure income, traveling 11 months out of the year, living the kind of lifestyle I wanted to live with the house, the cars, you name it, they had it. And because of that, it was very attractive to me. It seemed totally mystical and magical. And I started to reach out to them and ask for help. And luckily I got it. And in a period of a couple of weeks, I was actually able to, with their guidance and help, create a full-time income working part-time. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to be able to do the same, that you're going to push a button and all of a sudden, rags to riches is going to happen for you. It did require work, but it was very strategic, very simple work. And, I know you're looking for how to start up a used car dealership. If that's what you're really adamant on, I can point you in the right direction. Drop me a comment down below if that's really what you want. But before you make that decision, if you're looking to start a business, on the internet, there's a lot of noise out there, okay? There's just so much noise. I'd advise you to stay laser focused and connect with someone who's willing to connect with you, who's operating and building a business online in a way that creates time freedom, leverage, true time freedom and leverage, where you're not glued to the computer 24/7. Of course, there may be some things you got to learn at first, but where you're not building your business and it's just so boring and monotonous every single day. And this is something that happens with a lot of people who start, used car businesses and dealerships. And some of you maybe already know this because you've done it before in the past, but most of you probably don't. That's why you're watching the video. So, this is just something to be aware of and, find someone. That's what really allowed me to have that breakthrough online. And when you know what you're doing, you don't have to be set back tens of thousands of dollars where opposed to a traditional business. You have to have that skin in the game. So that's just my 2 cents on it. I hope you got value out of this video. If you want to learn more about how I've been able to create a full-time income working part-time on the internet, operating a business without doing anything technical, and how you can too, if you're only serious, if you're open-minded, you're coachable, and you're willing to learn a few simple things, connect with me on my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put a link down below. And what you'll see when you go there, just as a heads up, is a video from myself explaining in super fine detail how I've done this. Okay, then after that, you're going to see a video from my partner explaining how you can do this to get the results that you want. And you're also going to see some testimonials from people who I personally work with who've never built a business online before, some who have but kind of struggled with it. And they're doing this to create full-time and part-time incomes, $500 a day their very first day, their first $1,000 week. Obviously, these are not average, not typical results, not trying to hype you up here, just sharing with you what's possible because it did require work. But if you're willing to learn a few simple things, not afraid to put in some work, I look forward to connecting with you, my friend, and I will see you this year on the beach of the world. Take care.